Good afternoon, Huskies. Welcome to another Career Tuesday virtual event today. It's Tuesday, March 16th. Can't believe it. The semester is winding down. As you guys are probably heading through some of your exams, we have another fantastic employer joining us, TTI Techtronic Industries. They were here last semester giving you the inside scoop, and they definitely want to keep letting you know about great opportunities that their company has. And as they continue to ramp up their business operations during this time. We have Paige Gunning in the house today. Paige, thank you so much for joining us. Um, Paige is definitely going to give us an inside scoop about their organization and, again, some of the opportunities that they have with their company. For all of you Huskies that want to engage with Paige, definitely, maybe Paige, you might be able to give everyone today your contact information in the chat box. We'll definitely capture that, or as well as at the end of the session, how Huskies could get in contact with you. And then for you guys, if you have follow-up questions, definitely reach out to our office. We're more than happy to connect you with TTI and their hiring managers. Always reach out to us at recruit@business.uconn.edu. You can also follow us on Instagram as well with UConn Biz Career, and also on LinkedIn with UConn Business Career Development Office. So thank you, Paige, and welcome to, again, our Career Tuesday event here. I'll definitely let you take it away and give it sort of the introduction about who TTI is and maybe a little bit more about the opportunities that you guys have potentially for our students, whether it's internships or full-time jobs. Please feel free to take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mick, and thank you, Trisha, for having me here today. I'm so excited to be presenting to our UConn Huskies once again. I absolutely love partnering with your Career Center and UConn as a whole to bring more Huskies into our organization. So without further ado, I'll introduce you to TTI and the opportunities we have for both our internships and our full-time careers. So first, anybody who is watching the presentation and might be interested in learning a little bit more about us, please feel free to text Huskies with those 3 exclamation marks to this number at any time. This is live until the end of the semester. So I'll be checking this regularly, but I also have my contact at the end of the presentation as well. So either one, I'd be more than happy to give you more information and reach out to you with more details. So a little bit about me. My name is Paige Gunning. I am actually a University of Delaware 2019 grad. At Delaware, then I studied management and marketing. I was part of my marketing club executive board and a member of Pi Beta Phi. So I was excited to see that these are organizations that UConn has as well on campus. And I'm excited to get to know some members involved in these organizations as well as all the rest that UConn has to offer. But so far with TTI, I actually started out with TTI in our internship program. So that's one thing that I'll mention a little bit later on. But I started in June of 2018, going into my senior year, and I was located down in Newark, Delaware. So I was able to stay right on campus throughout the summer, nice 10-week internship there, and hang out with some of my friends along the way. So great opportunity so far. And then I was lucky enough to receive a full-time offer at the end of my internship and go into my senior year knowing that I was going to join TTI in the summer of 2019 as a full-time field sales and marketing representative. And I was lucky enough to have my territory as the Manhattan Home Depot. Believe it or not, there are Home Depots in New York City, and I had one of them, which was an incredible experience. Really interesting, and I'm so thankful to have that really kickstart my full-time career with TTI. And so a few months later, I was promoted to territory manager of the Connecticut TTI business, and that's where I've been for the last almost year and a half now. And looking forward, I'm so excited to say that I don't know where I'm going to go next. I very well could join our training team, our recruiting team, go to marketing or sales, maybe continue in our management team. The opportunities are really endless for me, and so can be for anybody who joins TTI. You know, that's what we're really looking for, people to join our organization and figure out what the best career path would be for you. So before I get into that, a little bit about why I'm so excited to be presenting to UConn again is that we have so many UConn alumni within our organization today. And I'm now looking at this slide, and as of about a week or so ago, this slide's already outdated. We had 2 more Huskies join our team within the last few weeks. So now we have 20 UConn alumni within our organizations. And these are just a few of the amazing Huskies that have started out with us and have since been promoted into various teams throughout our company. So we're so excited to be partnering again with UConn and to be seeing which new Huskies can we bring into our organization and continue adding on to that alumni number. So a little bit about TTI. TTI has a number of different brands underneath us. Primarily, we have brands in the power tool industry with Milwaukee, Ryobi, Hart, in the outdoor power equipment with Ryobi and Hart particularly, and then also in the floor care with brands that you might recognize as Hoover or Dirt Devil. I'm hoping that some of these brands sound familiar to you. Most of these are in major retailers like Home Depot, Walmart, and Target. And we have our field sales and marketing teams working so hard in each of these retailers to work to promote these brands and help to figure out which of these products is going to be best to help you with whatever project you're doing, whether it be, maybe putting up a shelf and you might need a Ryobi or Hart drill, or just cleaning up your floors with one of our Dirt Devil vacuums. We have all of these products within these brands, and we're so excited to be continuing to grow each of these brands and even add some more brands to our portfolio. So hopefully these sound familiar to you, but just an overview of how all these brands come together to build TTI itself. Overall, as of 2019, we were 7.7 billion globally with sales. We're so proud to say that just recently we launched our 2020 sales report and we grew over $1 billion within the last year. So we broke that 8 billion mark and we're so excited to keep going. We have over 30,000 employees globally. And each year we have 700 or more new products launched. So every year we're working to, as I said, grow our brands, develop new products, and find all the solutions to the projects and the problems that you might be facing at home or in your work job site, wherever it may be. We want to be providing those solutions for you and always coming up with the best possible, most innovative solutions for you. Over a third of our sales are generated from new products. So you can see those new products that we launch each year really add to growing our business and growing our company as a whole. So a little bit about our history. We were founded in 1985, and we have a trend of, you can see some of where we added or acquired some of these brands that are most popular within TTI today. And something I always like to point out is that you can see that really exponential growth kick off within that green circle that we have highlighted there. And that green circle marks where we have our leadership development program. So we started that in 2007, and that's really when we saw that exponential growth kick off and still continues to grow. And just recently in 2019, you can see that launch of the Hart brand and partnering with Walmart. And that's something we're so excited about. And just one example of how we're looking to partner with these major retailers and look for new ways that we can grow our brands and figure out the best ways to get our products to anybody who's looking for, those products to finish out their projects. So how did we come to this success? Of course, there are many things that go into being so successful and having that exponential growth. But these are the 4 drivers that you'll see in every aspect of our business, from our CEO and our president, vice presidents at the top, all the way down to our entry-level positions. These are things that we want to have ingrained in our culture and really have everyone have that mindset so that we can know these are what are driving our success and are going to continue driving it into the future. So one thing would be those powerful brands that I pointed out in those first slides. Those are hopefully brands that you've seen, maybe you've used, you see around your house, and I'm hoping that you're in love with just as much as we are. And our innovative products. Within those brands, you have to have innovative products. Year after year, we're coming out with new products, those 700 plus each year. And we always want to make sure that they're the best we can make them, the most innovative, and even some brand new to market, so that we're coming up with brand new products to solve problems that maybe some people didn't realize were there. We're always trying to be better than the year before and make sure that our products and our brands are being better in themselves as well. And then, of course, none of this would be possible without operational excellence. We always want to be looking at everything that we do and asking ourselves the question, could this be done better? How can we improve? Not only asking, can our products be better? Can our brands, but the way that we run our business, always trying to improve year to year, month to month even, so that we're going to be staying ahead of that curve and keeping our place as one of the best power tool and floor care companies in the industry. And then, of course, exceptional people. The people are what drive our business. And that's why I'm so excited to be here today, because we would be nothing without the amazing people that we have behind every aspect of the business. We believe in putting as much thought and development into our people as so many other companies might put only into their products and their operations. We know that we would be absolutely nowhere if we didn't have those exceptional people driving us and being the absolute innovators of our entire processes. So how can you, as exceptional people, start with TTI? So everyone in our company starts out in the event marketing specialist position. We have the mindset that we only promote from within, and therefore we really want everyone to have a thorough understanding of what our company is, who we are as a culture, and what our brands are doing, our products, our end users, and working with our retailers. So that really all starts out in the event marketing specialist position. From there, you would go into the field sales and marketing representative. Then you have the opportunity to choose where you really want your career to go. And that's the most exciting part. I know for me, and I know most people within our company, you have the opportunity to work with your manager and figure out, is sales the right path for me? Management, marketing, what am I interested in? Where are my strengths? And where do I want my career to go? And the best thing is, you can go into each of these paths and hop right back and forth if that's what you'd like. Really, until you find your niche and your perfect position, you have free reign. You can go into any of these paths. Of course, working with your manager to figure out where the best position would be for you. But at the end of the day, we want the best people in the best positions. And we know that that might be someone who has spent some time in sales, hopped over to marketing, and then is taking on the management role to lead our sales and marketing team. So we want it to be a very fluid motion through your career path so that you can find what's best for you. But going back to that first position, the event marketing specialist, where everyone in our company has started. A little bit about it is that essentially we are asking you to take on a chunk of our business, not terribly large, but a section of our business that is working with one of our retailers, either the Home Depot, Walmart, Target, and you in the event marketing specialist position are going to be focusing on one of our brands as an introduction to our company, to the industry, the floor care or power tool industry, and really learning what we're about, what our products and our brands are about, as well as really gaining experience working with our end users as well as our retail partners. So some things that you might be doing in the event marketing specialist would be hosting large events and driving sales through those events. So I was saying to Mick before, we have an event coming up in April where we're going to have spring kickoff. And my team is going to have some of our outdoor tools, some of our power tools, really planning an event so that we can drive awareness of our brand, some of our new products, our new promotions. We have a ton of new products coming out already this year and more to come, I'm sure. So we're really looking forward to making some noise, showing people what our products can do and how they might be something that they want to add to their repertoire of power tools or whether it be floor care. So we're really excited. We're in the planning stages of that now, and come April, then we're really excited to be in that execution phase and working with our end users and retail partners to drive the sales within our territories. And of course, in order to do that, we have to build the relationships with our store managers, with our top customers, and let them know that we're here to find the solutions to make sure that not only our retail partners' business growing, but ours as well in conjunction with that. But also, we're here to help find the solution for our end users. And we're hoping that it's in one of those new products that we have. But then, of course, when we're not planning the demo events or executing them, we want to be preparing for when we might be planning for the next one. And that might be through conducting market analysis, seeing how our products and brands compare to maybe our competitors in the stores or in other retailers as well. And then, of course, finding different ways to merchandise our products throughout the store, finding the best place throughout the store for our new products and promotions. So you'll be really able to use those marketing analysis concepts and other concepts from both marketing classes, but then also, communication skills, other business management skills, so that it all comes together in learning what our business is about and learning what you like about our business. Is it the marketing aspect? Is it the sales aspect? Or is it that deep analysis operations? Where is it that you can start picturing yourself in your career path with us? And then, of course, some friendly competition. We like to have some friendly competition throughout the year with sales contests where you have the opportunity to build off of our base salary with some bonuses through the contest as well. So that's always a lot of fun for our teams. But one thing that I'd like to mention is that all of our full-time employees get a company vehicle paid with insurance and gas. So it's a very easy process, as well as a company phone and a multitude of benefits that start day one, which is really exciting for us to be able to offer all of our employees. I know that was something that was really important to me, and I'm hoping that that's something that's important to all of you coming on as you're thinking about your full-time career. So we want to make sure that our employees are best equipped with that company vehicle to be working within our retailers and packing up the truck with all of the power tools and or floor care tools so that you can be planning those demo events and have those events traveling with you throughout your territory. So it's all very exciting. We believe in a very hands-on approach, but of course, if you are looking at this and you're thinking to yourself, I know nothing about power tools, I know nothing about floor care, don't worry. We have an amazing training program, and we understand not everyone is familiar with these power tools or any of our products. So we want to make sure that no matter where you're coming from, your experience level, we have a training program that you'll be working hand in hand with your manager, your team, and our amazing training team so that no matter what your experience, you feel comfortable and confident leading these demo events and planning the events with your store management. So it's a lot of fun, and it honestly it makes the days go by really fast when you're playing with power tools all day. But for those of you who might be underclassmen, maybe not quite thinking about your post-graduation career yet, we do have an internship program. As I mentioned in the beginning, that's where I started out with TTI. So I'm extremely passionate about our internship program, and I'm so excited to have it continue this coming summer and join and have more interns with my team. So it's a 10-week internship program, and we formulate it based off of the same kind of idea of the event marketing specialist position, being that it's a little bit of everything. So you have the sales aspect, marketing, management, the analysis, all coming together at the end of the summer for a final presentation. Each week has its own focus and its own project that you'll be working on with your field mentor and or corporate mentor. So I mentioned that I was able to do my internship down in Newark, Delaware, where I had off-campus housing. That worked out really well for me. That's where I wanted to be during the summer, and we can do the same for you. Because we partner with these major retailers, then we're able to offer these internships wherever those retailers are. So wherever you're planning to be this summer, I know the Northeast has lots of these retailers throughout. So chances are wherever you're going to be, we can have an internship in that location. So we make it really easy for you to have the internship wherever possible. It is an in-person internship. I know that that's a question I'm commonly asked in the last year or so. But we were able to have it in person last year. Of course, making sure that everyone is staying a safe social distance, wearing masks and gloves within the store, and of course, adjusting any projects as needed to make sure that we are operating safely. But we're looking forward to having it in person again this summer. So if you are interested in an internship that has a little bit of everything, you may not know exactly what you want to do, this would be a really great way for you to figure out what is it that I'm interested in. Do I want to have more of a sales approach, marketing, a little bit of everything involved. So it's really a great way, again, very hands-on, working with our field sales and marketing team so that you can get that experience and really start to think about and narrow down what is it that I want to do after graduation. So this is open for rising juniors and rising seniors. So if you're a freshman, please feel free to think about it for next year. But we are open for both in Connecticut as well as the Northeast area or wherever you're from. As I mentioned, we're across the nation. It's a lot of fun. And then if you are thinking that you are interested in either our internship or our full-time career, again, please feel free to text Huskies to that number, or I have my email as well as my work phone number here on the screen. So please feel free to reach out to me directly. I'd absolutely love to answer any questions that you might have myself, or send me your resume. But either one of these, I'll be checking our form for texting in the Huskies number. And I'd be more than happy to set up a time to talk to you a little bit more. But with that, Nick, do you have any other questions you'd like me to answer?
Well, absolutely. I was going to say, Paige, thank you so much for giving such great insight about some of these opportunities. And I was going to ask you actually about opportunities outside of the Northeast, and you really covered that. But that being said, if a student does take on an internship with TTI, they're local here somewhere in the Northeast, and they would like a full-time opportunity outside, maybe in San Diego, California, because there's openings out there. Is that an easy sort of transition? And is it the development process, really with TTI, or are there also opportunities maybe with like Milwaukee brand specifically as well? Do you see any transitions as well with other brands within the organization?
Yes, and thank you so much for bringing that up. So to answer the first part, if you were an intern and you live around here, fantastic. If we're able to offer you a full-time position after the internship, I'm hoping we are, then we go through with all of our candidates. Even those graduating this year, we ask you what your top 3 preferences for location would be. So if you want to be traveling San Diego, Austin, Texas, Florida, those are your 3, fantastic. We have opportunities across the nation, and we try to take your 3 preferences and match them up with our openings as best as possible. And then as far as working with more closely with Milwaukee brand or Ryobi, Heart, any of those would be opportunities that you would be able to go into after those first 2 positions. We branch off into getting into more directly related with the brands after those first two positions. So if you're interested, for example, in digital marketing, that could be an opportunity after the first two positions. But even within that, if you have a strong passion for our heart brand, just about each one of our brands has that digital marketing position. So we would
Well,
essentially see, what are your strengths again? What are those opportunities that we have? Maybe at this point, only one of the brands has an opening. Um, if that's the best fit, fantastic. But we want to see what the best fit would be for you. But each of the brands has a very similar structure, and they operate on different teams. So our Milwaukee team has an office in Milwaukee, and then our Rigid, Ryobi, Heart, they're more in our South Carolina, Charlotte offices. So there's
well,
lots of opportunity for you to get into whichever brand that you're most passionate about, or wherever the opportunity that you're most passionate about would be.
that's fantastic, Paige. And I guess if students are really, they have, have that opportunity in house, they go through the internship process for 10 weeks, and then they transition back to school. Can they still take on even a part-time job opportunity working with TTI during that school year, or during those breaks in the winter session as well, in winter break?
Yes, and that's definitely something that we love to offer. I know this past summer, then we actually had a UConn student as an intern. He's coming on board with us full time, starting first week of May. I think we're gonna have him start, which is really exciting for us here in Connecticut too. So I'm so excited to have him. But he, expressed that he wanted to join us for the winter while UConn was on break, and we were able to find what the best location was for him, and ended up being where he's going to be for the summer coming on full time. So we absolutely love all the help that we can get throughout the year, and to have you continue that internship process, especially when we know that you're going to be coming on full time with us, is an awesome experience and makes the transition to full time extremely smooth. And honestly, I might be a little bit biased, but gives you a really great advantage into coming on full time with us.
Absolutely. Well, that's fantastic, Paige. But I guess I wanted to transition, ask you some questions about the interview process with TTI, what that actually looks like, for full time, for interns that are seeking an opportunity. And, maybe a second half to that piece of the puzzle would be, the types of questions, like what should students expect? Are they going to be traditional? Are they going to be behavioral type of questions? And what could they do to be successful, to prepare for an interview with TTI?
Yeah, of course. Great question. So, with both internship and full time, we have a three-step interview process. For interns and full time, it looks very similar besides the last step. For interns, the last step would be interviewing with our divisional manager. For the Northeast, that would be my manager, Ian McElhaney. And then for full time, then we want to be able to have you have the opportunity to network a little bit more with people from our leadership team outside of the Northeast as well. So for the last stage of our full-time interview process, then you have the opportunity to interview with three of our leadership team, just three short interviews, one-on-one, so not three-on-one, and not too overwhelming. But that really gives you the opportunity to meet with people, from any level. Could be a divisional from California, or maybe it's our president. We really have an amazing leadership team that wants to be involved with our interview process. And we find that having them interview with different people really gives them that opportunity to, again, network with them, start that relationship, and hopefully come on full time having that relationship, but then also provide insight to different areas of our business as well. As far as interview questions, I would say the best way to prepare for them, because I think that we do really like to ask questions where we can have answers, where we can then picture you as part of our team, and imagine what are you going to bring to our team, because as with everything we do, we want to continue getting better. So my goal is always to hire people that are better than me, and that's the way that we like to hire. We want to see people that I want to see maybe being my boss one day. So thinking about, those experiences that you've had, whether it be in your school, personal, or in the organizations that you've been a part of, really highlighting those aspects about yourself and showing us your leadership qualities, why you are going to be an amazing problem solver, why you're going to be the one to be self-motivated, and what you can bring to our team. So I would say some of our questions are more direct and, tell me about those experiences. But then I think we definitely have some of those more thought-provoking questions where it's a scenario, what would you do in this situation? And just trying to get an idea of, who you are and how you're going to bring all your best qualities to our team and then lead us into the future and continue on that exponential growth path.
Yeah, Paige, that's really great insight. I always tell students that it's so important to, you have to be prepared for that interview. You can't go in cold. You have to, put that due diligence in, that 110% effort, if you will. And employers today, companies like TTI, they just don't want you to, have a stellar, an interview that's regurgitated like a robot, but they want you to actually show who you are as a person. Are you going to actually fit in with the company culture and our brand and who we are? And it's really getting to know you as well, besides just going through standard interview questions. And thank you for bringing that to light. And I guess with the interview process too, you know, the other side is, what skills are you looking for, as far as what does TTI want to see, whether it's on the resume, or what do you want to see shine in that interview process that really highlights, hey, these are the skills that we're looking for from candidates that are considering job opportunities with us.
Yeah, of course. So I think in different scenarios, it can be both reflected on your resume or, just in the answers that you say. So, I always like to see candidates who, want to give me more information in an interview. Of course, not too much, but to an extent, I want to hear about your experiences and what you did, in that situation, because ultimately, with our positions, working with our retailers, working with our end users, at the end of the day, we don't know what's coming next. So people who can handle, maybe multiple tasks at the same time and, figure out the best way to navigate through it. People who are ready to take on different problems and ready to change up their schedule as needed. Those are people who we can see, taking on those challenges as they progress through the different roles. And with our company growing so quickly, we're expanding and creating new roles every day, honestly. So, somebody who is wanting to get into that role with nobody who's come into that role before them and just take it, work with their manager and the rest of their team and figure out what they're going to make of that role. Not only just follow along what the guidelines say, but come up with a better way to do it so that when you then progress into the next role, the person who comes after you can take what you made and then make it better again. That's always our mentality of how can we make things better and how are we going to take on this challenge and just run with it. So people who, I would say definitely emphasize your skills in organization, time management, handling multiple tasks, but then also taking on challenges and coming up with new solutions. If you have, any kind of experience, and I'm sure everyone does, really think about, what is that time that I, really took a challenge and ran with it, and what did I make of it? How did I demonstrate my leadership skills? Because again, we're a team here at TTI, and we never want it to be that one person is leading up the pack. We want it to be that my leadership skills are in this area and my teammates are in the other area. And together we're going to lead our team to make sure that we're all coming together to reach those common goals and progress in our roles ourselves as well.
Paige, that's awesome insight. Very valuable for our students. Hopefully you guys are taking notes. So I have one more question here for you, Paige, and I guess this is a little bit more about you and trying to understand a little bit, what brought you to TTI? Why were you so interested in TTI and the opportunity that you have today? How did kind of everything evolve to where you are today?
Sure. So I think from day one, and it's probably been consistent since then, I was sitting in my one of my classrooms. I think it was a marketing class, And we had our divisional in the Philadelphia area come into class and present very similar as I am here today, except in person. And I saw the internship as an opportunity for me to take both my management major as well as my marketing and my minors and just figure out which of those do I really want to pursue? What is it that I'm interested in? Because at that point, I didn't really know. So I really was excited for the opportunity to have such a diverse internship, not such a narrow, one focus. I wanted to be able to have the experiences in just a little bit of everything and figure out what do I want to do after graduation because it's coming up fast. And so throughout the internship, what really made me love TTI and love it to this day is the people that I've been with. I joined an amazing team as an intern, had fantastic mentors that are still my mentors today. And every team that I've been on since has just been incredibly supportive, welcoming, and I've loved every minute of it. So I'm extremely excited to be representing such amazing brands and products within the power tool and floor care industry. But what's really kept me with TTI today and where I'm looking to see my future in is because of the fantastic people and the amazing culture that we've had. And I keep thinking, if I ever were, and I'm not, but if there ever were to go to another company, I can't imagine a single company that would make me feel so excited and about their culture and about my future with them. So that's what keeps me excited today, and I'm looking forward to my future.
That's awesome, Paige. Yeah, it sounds like you work for a fantastic employer with not only tremendous benefits and and opportunities, but also just having that environment to work with a fantastic group of people that are supportive and want to see your success and also the company's success together collectively. And it's great to see that there's that transitional piece for interns to build and develop and to help out a team and then find their path after graduation, for a full-time opportunity. And that could be on the national scale, throughout the country. And it just continues to grow, having all those opportunities to advance and grow with even different segments within TTI is phenomenal. I have to say, I myself, I own your brands. There's been days I always picked up off a shelf an item from TTI, and it's just tremendous to know even the expansion of the product line and the volume of sales that you guys have to drive that force. And it's really the people behind that really push and drive that success. So I'm hoping, again, students, you guys take advantage of the opportunity. Reach out to Paige. She provided her contact information here on the last slide, paige.gunning@ttIgroupna.com. Definitely reach out, text as well. And if you guys have questions about careers related to TTI, please feel free to reach out to me directly via Nexus or to our career office at recruit@business.uconn.edu. You can also follow us on Instagram at UConnBizCareer. We are your one-stop shop, one click away from your next career opportunity. And again, Paige, on behalf of the University of Connecticut School of Business faculty, staff, and students, I'd like to thank you and TTI for coming in today virtually to connect with our students to provide that valuable insight about opportunities. We will definitely push and drive that material out to our students to let them know about the great opportunities you guys have, and we are looking forward to seeing you guys back on campus. Hopefully, maybe even before the summer, or if not, definitely the fall for our Career Expo. But thank you so much, Paige, for being here today. And we look forward to having you back on campus soon.
Yes, and thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to work with your team and everyone else here at UConn. So I so appreciate being here today, and I'm really looking forward to continuing in the future.
Thank you. Thank you, Paige.